So what can we do to make ourselves feel better? Well, we could sing, because that's meant to lift the heart. And in fact, that is the next subject matter we're looking at for people who are coping with cancer. In fact, having some kind of alternative focus and escape can be an important part of their recovery. And now a group in Brighton is hoping to help cancer sufferers and their families. Come and Sing is a new choir for people affected by cancer, whether as a patient or survivor. And one of the organisers, a lady called Julie Nye, and she joins me in the studio right now to sort of take us through this. Thanks for coming in, Julie. So tell us a little bit, why where did the idea come from? Was it your idea, or has it been trying to test it elsewhere?
Well, I'd like to say it's my idea, but actually I was inspired by 10 of Us, which is the Welsh cancer charity, who have set up a series of choirs throughout Wales for patients and their families suffering from cancer. And they've been very successful. And I thought it was a wonderful idea. I do run other choirs, and I wondered if there was something like this in Sussex, which I found out there wasn't. So I approached the Sussex Cancer Centre and suggested it, and they were very pleased and were very happy to support it.
I suppose it makes sense, because choirs, of course, aside from with this intention, have become very, very popular within the last decade, and almost always anyone who's a member of a choir or singing group will say it just makes me feel happy and good. So it's no wonder, really. It's a bit of a no-brainer when you think about it. But how fantastic you decided to bring it here. They love choirs in Wales anyway, so that would make sense it comes from there. And so people people who are going through it, people who survived it, people who've been affected by it maybe, or going through it with them?
Well, I think people can come at any point along their journey with cancer, and it may be something that they want to share with family members or friends or carers. Really, the door is open to come if you feel that you'd like to do that.
So you've got the benefits of the singing, but also I suppose you've got the camaraderie of being in a room with people who know what you're going through. And it's a tremendous icebreaker as well, isn't it? There's nothing worse than going along and feeling you want to share, but not actually having that initial thing to peg it on.
Well, I think singing really does bring people together. It opens them up. I think once you've sung together and produced a beautiful sound in a group, it opens people up. And there is going to be time for people to have a chat and get to know each other. And I think cancer is a major life event, and it can be very supportive to meet other people who know something of what you're going through without you having to explain it, because I would imagine that it's not something you can really know unless you've experienced it.
And with any medical condition, meeting up with people and saying, how are you doing, and then having to go through it all again, you just think, don't want to have to do that. And you've got a medical background as well, because you formerly were a GP, so you're not only experienced in singing, which is what you've concentrated on since you ceased to be a GP, but you also have that sort of medical understanding as well. It's not an obvious route, medical to singing groups, but was it what you always wanted to do then?
Well, music has always been a huge part of my life, and I had a 10-year career as a doctor, for which I'm very grateful. It's a very privileged job, but I think my heart really has always been in singing and music. So I had my daughter nearly 12 years ago, and that was a sort of obvious time to have a career change, really. But singing leaves you feeling uplifted and great when you come out of work effectively? Yes. I feel very happy. You feel very happy. So, I mean, this is quite a new project. Next week is half term, we should point out, so we're not going to meet then. But you've had a couple of meetings, and you're going to keep meeting up. What is going to be weekly, and whereabouts? Yes, it's once a week, Tuesdays at 6:30 until 8. And we're meeting in a building called Space for Change, which is near Seven Dials. It's on the corner of Vernon Gardens and Windlesham Avenue. Brighton and Hove High School is almost next door to it. People will probably know that. And they have actually very kindly offered the facility to park in their school, and then you can just walk up. Which is very useful indeed, because obviously that's in Brighton, but this is for anyone in Sussex. So if you're coming a distance, and particularly if you've not been feeling that well, you need to know you've got somewhere to park. Yes. Last week there was somebody from Newhaven and somebody from Worthing, so the whole breadth of Sussex.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. And do they need to get in touch and let you know they're coming, or just turn up on that day?
They can just turn up, but if they want to get in touch with me, that's absolutely fine. There's a website where they can find more information.
Yeah, what's that?
That's www.comeandsingchoir.co.uk.
Okay.
Or you can give me a call on 07970 522 058, and I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Wonderful. Look, well, I really hope it gathers momentum. And one final question. We're talking about choirs. Do you need to have had some sort of previous singing experience to come along and be part of this?
No, not at all. No, just if there's a tiny part of you that would like to have a go, just come, even if you've never sung.
Absolutely.
So,
All right. Well, look, let's hope a lot of people come along. Julie, great
Thanks,
idea.
Joe.
Nice to chat to you. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Joe.